So the first thing, first thing under the sun, a man need to get in order, right? Found in Proverbs chapter 20, 24 and verse 4, right? Verse 27. This is how I show you, right? It says, prepare your outside work and get everything ready in the field. Then build your house. Now, house just means start a family. Then you go ahead and start a family. So it's like prepare your outside work and get everything ready in the field. But then in the Bible times, they may have one agrarian society. That means they focus on agriculture. So the first thing a man need to get in order before in getting wife, a man need to have a livelihood, a steady source of income, one livelihood, something where you can use to prepare, like make sure saying wife and your children get taken care of. So most important thing, livelihood. And you can even, if you want to go back and live by God's word, the principles found in God's word, yeah, you can get your little farm ready, right? Make sure so you can provide a food provision for your wife and your children, which is hyper important. So first thing is a livelihood. And that when play out in also like Joseph example. For example, Joseph when you want carpenter, well established within carpentry business, then you have one house and therefore boom, you get married. So you have to ensure first of all, so you have your livelihood set and steady. So you have to, and then you have to check these boxes, right? As we go through, you have to check the boxes. First of all, if you know so you have your livelihood ready and you can provide for yourself and others, right? And others, your wife and your children, then you know you're upon the right track and you can smile and say, all right, tick. So you tick first tick, right? Now the next thing one man need to get in order before you get married, before this hyper important, right? Is found at Genesis, right? Genesis 20:24 and verse 65. This is with Isaac. Isaac get team wife now, Rebecca. Rebecca come through and Rebecca come in place and look what go on. Genesis 24 and verse 65. This is the second thing. So you have a livelihood set up and then you have to have this. Most important because as a man, it's important to have. Verse 67 says, after that Isaac brought her into the tent of Sarah his mother. Thus he took Rebekah as his wife, and he fell in love with her, and Isaac found comfort after the loss of his mother. So the next thing, right? So Rebecca and mother went dead, and she leave him his tent, right? And tent out people living, right? They living at the tent back then. So I'm show you a pray. Clear and simple. The next thing a man must have before he getting wife is a house. You have to have a place, an established place where they can live. So that's the next. You get fantastic house, right? So you have your wife, you have a livelihood, right? You establish you have a farmer, right? And then you have a house, right? You get a career, whichever job you have, and then you get a house. These are the first things. I mean, I tell you, say a lot of these problems that happen in our marriages is because them. May I tell you, say, them ability together, you know, and it sounds fantastic on paper. It sounds fantastic, but according to the wisdom found in God's word, I never say it's supposed to do. The man supposed to get everything ready before he getting wife and his family. Just like God. God never make Adam make man with him and then he start build up the place with man. What God first do? God create everything and then he create the humans last, like in children. In wait, in create everything prepared. About preparation. That's why marriage take time to get prepared. You have to prepare every single thing on big step. And a lot of us, man, I tell you, because we never get taught this wisdom, we never get taught like that. We get taught more fleshly, say, you know, this is the only righteous way you can have sex, so hurry up and go get married. That's what most people do. And then they end up not so much problem. That's why the divorce rate is so high. And marriage, like even if they're not divorced, a chaos, right? There's a lot of quarreling and fighting because they never live by the principle. They never get their house ready. As a man, they're supposed to own the house. They're supposed to own the house. That's how you lay down the law. Matter of fact, did you know that? May I tell you so that when powerful to realize that, right? Say the man was supposed to own the house, that's why he go be the master of the house because it was his property. That is how he literally work in a God's system, in a God's kingdom. That's how it literally operate. A fascinating truth. I'm realizing most of us, because we never get taught, say you're supposed to establish a livelihood and own your house. It's like you just grow up and say, all right, then we just first me get married, then we go figure out my career properly, and then after that we go build a house together, and then it cause a lot of problem because to build a house take a lot of things, take a lot of struggle, a lot of a lot of time, a lot of resources. So you have to get these things in order. Get these things in order first. And after you have your house, then after you have your livelihood, then you get your house. Next thing you have to have, even before you get married, you have to have this thing. It's found at Genesis, same chapter 24, but verse 53. Now this is when Isaac, the servant of Abraham, go to Rebecca's family, and then present a lot of things to them, right? Listen to what happened. It says, and the servant began to bring out articles of silver and of gold and garments, and to give them to Rebecca. And he gave valuable things to her brother and to her mother. So this is very important. So in bring out silver and gold throughout history, throughout entire human history, down to this day. It represents something very simple: security, right? A security is a valuable thing where hold its value. It represents security, right? So the reason why I bring out silver and gold to the woman and her family is because my show say Isaac can provide security, which that is what the purpose of wealth is. So you must have positions of wealth where can show so you can provide security, financial security for your wife. Now, why this important? Because under God's divine wisdom, a woman not necessarily supposed to go to work. She's not supposed to go to one job. She's not supposed to have to do that, right? That's supposed to be one choice. Like the virtuous woman, I want choice. Her husband could take care of her, but she choose to, make things with her hand, right? But that's supposed to be optional. Not in today's society, but the woman and man have to work. Like the pitney have to go to school because nobody can stay home with the child. That is the Babylon system way of doing it. Women were not designed to have to go to work. Women were designed to stay at home and nurture the family. That is their design. That is in God-given territory and domain to manage the household. That is how God made them to operate under that program and design. Babylon system. And we need to understand this now. Babylon system destroy that. Babylon system make the cost of living, when you live for money, it make it very high. So one man paycheck cannot take care of a family no more unless he make a crazy amount of money. So, and them always make things, valuable things to promote you, so you feel like you don't have enough money and you start chase it. So therefore the man and the woman have to work and nobody can stay home with the children. So you send them to public school, make Babylon program them, and then your pitney come home and tell about say him feel like him a boy pitney come home tell say him feel like him a girl because that school teacher say boys can be girl. See there, that's how Babylon have where we. So you must break free from the Babylon programming and understand, go back to God's way. So as a man, you're supposed to create an environment where where your wife and your children feel safe. Your wife not to go to work, so she can program your children with a righteous mindset from God. They're supposed to have wealth which represents security. You can provide security for your wife and your children. So once you have livelihood, house, and wealth, you probably say, yeah man, you probably even tick all three of these boxes already. However, there's one thing we're also hyper important. The last thing, this is a point that very, very important and something enough to overlook. Now, this got to it don't physical, it don't tangible. So once you have all three of these things, you probably say, all right, good, but this is something don't tangible and not a physical thing. You found that Proverbs 30:31. We all know about the virtuous woman, but them give a little precept about how the husband's supposed to stay. So Proverbs 31 verse 23, listen to what I say. Her husband is well known in the city gates, where he sits among the elders of the land. It's hyper important. So to be well known in the city gate was a place where judicial decisions were made. These were where the leaders of the community gathered together to make the judicial decisions to administer justice. So to be well known in the city gate, first of all, being well known, that shows you have a good reputation. That is plain and simple there, right? So if you have a good reputation as a man, Proverbs say you're better than silver and gold. And it shows you're competent, you can lead, and not only you can lead in like the community itself, but you're more than likely you're more competent to lead one family. And these are the most important intangible thing if you have, which is a good reputation and being able to lead, a capable leader. That means you can be able to tell your wife, give her the righteous instruction, teach your children the righteous instruction. That is the way how you must function. Now, once you have all four of these things hammer down, you're upon the right track. You can most definitely walk up to any young beautiful virgin, walk up to her father. Matter of fact, I'm teach you this precept. Marriage is not between a man and a woman. It's an agreement between a father. Agreement between a father and a man, right? That is how the marriage works. Right? It's an exchange of authority. Matter of fact, Babylon have an next programming when they tell us that marriage is a partnership. That from Babylon. That's why you get so much divorce. You know, saying a scripture, a woman couldn't just literally get up and divorce her husband for no reason like that. A husband would have to can't provide food, clothing, and shelter for her. That's the only legitimate reason we show neglect, shelter, and also love. That's the only legitimate reason you can go and get a divorce as a female. But however, as the man, as the one who will have to write the divorce certificate, read the law for yourself. Deuteronomy 24, verse 1 and 2. That is how it went set up. So the divorce rate, all these problems they come from under Babylon, right? And Babylon are getting involved in God's business. God's business righteous. So as a man, you have this authority where you go to our father and tell our father, say, hey, I want the daughter to become my wife. Go treat her with love, respect, and honor. Take care of her with the livelihood, house. We can provide security for she and the children. And we have a fantastic reputation. And our father go look for you and say, all right, he's a competent man. No say go take good care of my daughter and hand her over to you. And immediately, there's no Babylon promote the wedding business and the expensive wedding, all them foolishness that are from Babylon. The moment the father say yes and give her to you, and your wife that take her home, boom. Just like that you have a family. So these are the righteous understanding we want to get as a man. Use this, develop your life so you can get married. I mean, I tell you, say, if you live like this, me 90% sure you're not end up in a divorce unless your wife cheat on, right? Me 90% sure. So that's a solution to most of the marriage problem. And if you are a man, this is how you cultivate your life before you get married. So yeah, take care of yourself.